And if the people in the back and along the sides buy the food and whatnot, this is serious business. I would like you to really pay attention. When the chips were down, and you know where we were, in a bad place, I had people next to me that were able to stand up and fight. And here we are today, 1 year later in Lobby Day, and look at this room. It's incredible, absolutely incredible, the turnout.
We want to get out there. We came up here for a purpose. Let's make sure we get out there and let them know what we need.
All right, so we're here today demonstrating for Lobby Day, MTA bus operators, and as you see, it's all lining up, getting ready to demonstrate our Lobby Day and all that stuff. So let's see what happens, see how it turns out. Our chairman, Gun Hill Depot, representing. Lobby Day 2025.
All right, here we are, Lobby Day, full force. Changes in everything, as much as we can get, as much information as we can get, and just to make it happen on our end.
I'm looking forward to hear what's the plan, what's on the agenda, how are we going to attack this Tier 6 reform. We got to get moving. It's been 13 years since it was implemented. Tier 4 actually changed within 17 to 18 years. That's when it was reformed. So I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward to the pushback. And I'm looking forward to reforming Tier 6.
How's it feel to be here today for Lobby Day? How's it feel?
It feels great. I mean, this is my second time. I came up to support the union so we could make changes to legislation to benefit TW Local 100 and to show them that we, the members, we want change.
What's going on, y'all? It's Jamel Thompson, RTO Vice President. Right now we're in Albany for our annual Lobby Day. This is the day where we come lobby our politicians on issues that affect transit workers. Right now we got the death gamble bill, we got the opto train operation, we got the Tier 6 bill, we have the Taylor Law bill, and I think one other bill I may be forgetting about, but it's very important for us to get involved and be the change that we want to see. Nothing is going to happen if we just go on our 8 and skate at work. The real work happens when we get off of work and make these type of things happen. Let's start lobbying our politicians. Let's start going to our community board meetings and being the change that we want to see. Nothing is going to change if we remain complacent. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Hello, my name is Chanel Thomas. I am the Chief Shop Steward at Gun Hill Depot, and here we are in Albany for a Lobby Day. This is an important day for all of us as a union to come together to continue the fight. I'm a bus operator, and two of the things that I'm here to support today are the bills to lift the overtime cap for Tier 6 members, as well as reducing the contribution rate.
Good afternoon. We're here today with Chairman Brown, and what we're actually looking to do is take that Tier 6 and renew it, so that this way Tier 6 has the same opportunities as every other operator out here.
I concur. I really can't say any more, but thank you. Thank you, Sammy.
Hi, my name's Wayne Lizardi. I'm representing West Farms and Chief Line Steward 1. We're here to represent Tier 6 for a fight. We're here to fight for our labor rights. We're TWU strong, and we're here to fight for everybody.
So basically, we're here to try to abolish the Taylor law for basically striking against the management.
Yes, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to work for TWU Local 100, and I'm just so happy that you are here. So we're fighting for civil service law, the retirement and social security law, the staffing level, the penal law, the veterans affair, and naturally Tier 6.
All right, so today is lobby day for Transport Workers Union Local 100. What we're here to do is lobby bills so we can legislate and to have a benefit to our members. One of the big ticket items is Tier 6. We already fixed a few things with Tier 6. What we need to fix now is the overtime cap and the sliding scale that they use for a percentage for what you are charged when you work overtime and or when you make a certain amount of money. So we're trying to change that. Also, you got the death gamble bill. And what the death gamble bill is when somebody, a member dies prematurely, your family will get their benefits. And you also got opto that's on the table. With all the new technology, the MTA is vigorously trying to get one person train operation. That's what opto is. And we're trying to put a stop to that through legislation, because when there's an emergency that happens on the tracks, you're always going to need a conductor out there that will definitely be able to pull the people out safely, because you got about 600 volts of electricity running on the third rail, and you need somebody to make sure they can get them off the tracks.
So we out here, like Donald said, we out here for Lobby Day. This isn't a one-day event. We out here throughout the year with our political action committee. We're here. We're telling the people in Congress what we need to survive for our livelihoods, and our Tier 6 benefits that we need reformed is got to happen now. The death gamble is going to happen because TW up here is strong, and when we fight, we win. So we're here to win.
It starts with
All right, we're here in Albany, as you know. I'm over here representing for my job. This has to do with my future. This has to do with my benefits, my retiring pension. So I came here to represent
We have so much to That's right. We're going to fix Tier 6. Let me hear you say what we're here to do today. Fix Tier 6. Fix Tier 6. Fix Tier 6. Union Local 100. My name is Sharice DeBose, and I am the Political and Legislative Director. Thank you again for being here today. TWU, what are you here to do? What are you here to do today? I can't hear you. What are you here to do today? We're going to fix Tier 6. They're not like us. You understand me? Those other unions, I love them too, but they're not like us. We are the trailblazers. We were the first union to fight for Tier 6. This is our business. You guys have to work overtime, and you should be compensated for that time. You deserve to be. You deserve to be rewarded and compensated for the hard work that you do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The sacrifices you make, missing time with your family to be on this job. Some of you come in here and you're not here with the people that you started with. They're no longer here with us. And I see the pain. I see you dealing with the stresses of your body. I see the deterioration, but I also see your strength. I see your resilience. I see your motivation. And I am so grateful to go in the halls of Albany to represent you. Because in my book, you guys are number one. You're number one in my book. And my job here is to make the legislators see you the way I see you, as number one. You're number one. So we're going to fix Tier 6. We're going to remove that overtime cap. You deserve for that cap to be removed. You deserve for it to be removed. We're asking for the death gamble bill. You deserve for your family to be taken care of if you happen to die an untimely death. You deserve to have that. We deserve to protect and preserve and safeguard your health benefits, the right to collectively bargain. You deserve that. You deserve fair wages. You deserve an increase in pay. You deserve hazard pay. Do you not? You are the frontline workers. Every day, you serve this city and this state like no one else. No one comes to work to be assaulted, spat upon, kicked, punched, stabbed, shot at. Nobody comes to work for that. Nobody comes for danger. Everybody deserves to come to work and go home to their families safe every single day. And we're going to keep fighting for your safety because you deserve it. It is a basic human right. You deserve to be safe. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be protected. So when you go to those halls today, stand strong and tell the legislators that they must protect and serve you. Because if they don't, they get elected every 2 years. If they don't turn to come to protect you, then we got to do what we got to do to get them up out of here. I said what I said.
Because you and your families deserve to be protected. Thank you. I declared yesterday, resolution by resolution, that in New York State we're going to acknowledge it's Transit Appreciation Worker Day. That's your day. You own that, but that tells the rest of New York State that you must be acknowledged. So when you're going to my colleagues today and lobbying, let them know that we need to appreciate you. And through that appreciation is pension reform, protection. I cannot take the fact that you go to work and you might be attacked. We would never let that happen to our children. And in New York State, we're going to protect the workers. So know that every legislator, or most legislators, are going to support you. Let them know why we're supporting Transportation Worker Day, because without you, without maintenance, without everybody, we're not moving in New York City, right? So I'm letting you know, Assemblywoman Stacey Bevermato, this little girl from Queens, celebrating her birthday today, knows that you are the most important to the state, because we would not be moving without you. The legislation that you're lobbying today has my name and other names on it, and we're telling you that I am standing with you, and will fight for you and your families. Thank you, TW 100, for having this lobby day today, because we need to push and move a lot of legislators forward. So thank you very much, and congratulations to your president, John. He's going to pull it over the finish line. Thank you.
So good afternoon, everybody. John Torello, your president. So I accept this resolution on everybody's behalf in this room, because I appreciate every single one of you. This is not for me, this is for you. So thank you.
Is transit in the house today? I didn't hear. Is transit in the house today?
It's about Local 100.
Is Brooklyn in the house today? All right. I'm State Senator Andrew Bernardis from Brooklyn. So excited to be here with you guys today. We know that 5 years ago, almost to a day, we were all told to go home, but you guys were told to show up for work. The rest of us were told to stay at home, mask up, stay safe, but they said, you guys can't get that luxury. You got to keep this city moving. 5 years ago. And unfortunately, people forgot the sacrifices that you all made throughout the pandemic, the challenges you all faced during that difficult time, the fact that you didn't get to have a day off, the fact that you did not get to see your family, the fact that you had to put your life on the line to keep the rest of the city moving forward. But we haven't forgotten. People up here in Albany have not forgotten and will not forget about that. And that is why I'm so proud to work with this incredible team up here to make sure that we get you the benefits, the pay, and most of all, the dignity that you all deserve. So I'm incredibly proud to sponsor the Tier 6 reform bill that we're fighting for today. That's why I'm incredibly proud to sponsor the death gamble bill that was vetoed last year that we're going to put into this budget in a couple of weeks. And why, when we were faced with COVID, we passed a law that protected those frontline workers and their family members if, God forbid, something happened to you, by extending death benefits to family members for public workers who are on the front lines in COVID. And that would not have happened were it not for Sharice right here, who fought for that tenaciously alongside me and so many others up here to make sure that your families were protected then, and we're going to keep fighting to make sure your families are protected now. Thank you very much, everyone.
Woo! TW in the house! Brooklyn in the house! Union Strong in the house! All right, I'm New York State Assembly Member Monique Chandler Waterman, proudly representing, as you can guess, Brooklyn, Assembly District 58, covering East Flatbush, parts of Canarsie, Brownsville, and Crown Heights. I'm sure there are a lot of constituents right here. I see you. We appreciate the wonderful Sharice Du Bois for keeping us on our toes, for her leadership. Thank you to the whole family here at TWU under the leadership of President John Torello. I said it right, got it. Vice presidents and executive board members, the staff, the heart and soul, all of you today. Is RTO here? RTO team? Thank you to the leadership there. I stand here to proudly support you. The city does not run if you don't show up to work. Thank you for making sure our loved ones get to and from school safely. You are essential. You are important. We need to make sure you are protected and safe. I want to shout out my constituents on the ground, Nicole, we got James, we got Carla, who our children grew up together taking the transit system, and thank you for keeping me on my toes and updating. I also want to tell the story. My mom used to say, make sure you stand by the bus driver, make sure you go to the conductor. conductor because you want to make sure that you are safe. So when I was overwhelmed, that's where I went because I knew I was going to be protected, I was going to be safe. I have 4 children. I pass on that same model to my children as well. This is why I proudly carry the Opto bill in the Assembly, and Senator Parker as well will prohibit the operation of the New York City Transit Authority subway or trains without at least one conductor on board, requiring a conductor and a train operator. We cannot replace our human beings. AI cannot take over that. We need real people there. You didn't sign up to fight crime. You didn't sign up to deal with violence, but you gamble with death every day. So we need to provide benefits to your families to make sure they're supported. This is your reality. So we need to protect you on the job, and we need to make sure when you retire, you're protected. And now you just have to worry me on some beach, not worrying about your pension. We need to fix Tier 6, do the tweaks. We need to feel secure on your job. After you retire, you know there's challenges. There's increasing financial burden, there's benefits, reduced benefits. We need to enhance financial equity, improve employee retention, maintain pension stability. So we stand with you, my colleagues over here, with fairness, employee retention, and ensure sustainability of the pension system for you, our transit workers. So you are our top priority when it comes to safety and making sure we get the places we need to do. So we need to make sure you have meaningful legislation. Your voices are vital. Make sure your voices are heard today as you lobby. Thank you, New York State Assembly Member Monique Chandler-Waterman. Thank you to the whole team here.
Thank you, Cherise. TW, are you in the house? Local 100, we're in the house, right? We know that when we fight, we win. Can you say that? When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. And what are you going to fight for today? Fix Tier 6. We're going to fight to make sure Tier 6 is changed so that overtime is included in your pension benefits. Make sure that the employee contribution is a flat rate instead of the variable rates now, so that you're in parity, you're in sync with Tier 4. So when we fight, we win. And what are we going to fight for today? Yes, we need Tier 6. There's other things we need too. I carry the bill that would change the Taylor law, that would give public sector the right to strike. Because you really can't fight if you can't strike. And so we need to give your leadership and give you the ability that if negotiations break down, you've used every method possible, mediation and everything, that at that point, it's time to strike and it's time to fight. So we also need to make sure that we have more than the conductor, or the operator on the train, right? We need at least 2 people. We cannot have 1 person operating the train. So we need to fight for Opto, right? And then lastly, the death gamble. We don't want to put families in that situation. You know, somebody's eligible for retirement, hasn't retired, and they passed away. And then the family, they should have the option to receive the full retirement benefits instead of a life insurance policy. So are we going to fight to remove the death gamble as well? So yesterday was Transit Worker Appreciation Day. And I want you to know, I appreciate you. Not just yesterday, but I appreciate you every day. You are essential workers. You were essential workers during COVID, but you're essential workers every single day because you help our families get to jobs, get to work training, get to medical treatment, and everything they need to do. You help them get there safely. And for that, I thank you, and we're gonna fight like hell because we know when we fight, we win. Thank you so much.
Buenos dias! I'm New York State Senator Jessica Ramos from Queens, the proud chair of the Labor Committee in the New York State Senate, and that's because I come from labor myself. And I've now been here for 4 terms, working very hard to fight for our state to be much more affordable for working families. And that's because although every time we threaten to tax the rich, the billionaires that live in New York, you know, everybody always says, oh, but, you know, the rich might leave if we tax them. But really, who's been leaving? The working class, the actual taxpayers, the backbone of our economy. And Tier 6 has not helped us to make sure that what traditionally have been good jobs stay good jobs. And as a labor woman, I of course want to make sure that our union members in New York have every tool at their disposal to make sure that you are heard, that you are respected, and that you're getting paid. That's why, along with Assemblyman Harry Bronson, I too have introduced the bill to give you the right to strike if you choose to use it. Workers in New York have no more powerful tool than the ability to withhold your labor. To say, if you're not giving me a fair contract, if you're not keeping me safe at work, well then I'm not going to do the work. Right? Because if they force you to work against your will, what's that called? We all know what history has been in this country and in this state. And we know why the Taylor Law has been in place in order to keep our civil servants serving the people of New York. You yourselves have been on the front line of our mental health crisis, because I don't think any worker interacts more with New Yorkers than our bus operators, our train conductors, right? You guys see the best and the worst every day, and you don't know what's going to happen. So our job in the legislature is to listen to you, to listen to your amazing new president and executive board, to make sure that we are doing the right thing and pushing for you to have the best possible job. Because the MTA is in dire need of expansion, of repairs, of money all around. But we can't forget the people who move New York and make that happen. So I want to thank you all for being here today and for making your voices heard. Everyone that's going to come before you today is your friend. So be aware of those who don't. And make sure that those are the legislators you're talking to make sure they're co-sponsoring all the bills that you need passed, that you need included in this year's budget, so that being an MTA worker goes back to being the best job that New York State has to offer. I believe in you. I know you believe in you. Let's keep working together. When we fight, we win.
The problem is you rode the bus, you rode the car, and we put you to sleep. But you never did what you came to do. You came to change the trajectory. I see over there my people from Esperanza Gardens. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your efforts. I want to thank you for putting your lives at risk. I want to thank you for leaving your family sick so you can move the city. I want to thank you for not thinking about yourself, but thinking about others. We are here to change the narrative. I promise, I submit, I am committed to working on your behalf.
family member Al Taylor, a.k.a. Reverend Al from Harlem. God bless you. Let's get it done. Now, hey, don't sit down on it, brother. It ain't church, okay? TWU, are you tired yet? Are you tired yet? Make some noise for Devon Meeks, Rochester's greatest.
I'm Assemblyman Devon Meeks, representing the 137th Assembly District, Rochester, New York. See, that's what happened when y'all get a pass the microphone. Give it up for Brother Al Taylor. So, you would ask, well, what does Rochester know about TWU? Well, I know labor, I know union. 10 years as a labor organizer. And I know that when labor fight, we truly win. So I want y'all to join me in some chants. Let's start off with this one. We are the union. We are the union. The mighty, mighty union. Mighty, mighty union. Fighting for our rights. Fighting for our rights. Fighting for our future. Fighting for our future. Fighting for our families. Fighting for our families. Fighting for you and me. Fighting for you and me. I think this thing is real simplistic. When we're dealing with government, we talk about what are the fiscal implications. Well, we know that we have people in the federal government that don't give a damn about us. But we do. And then here in New York State, I have this idea. And we proposed a number of bills. I think it's as simple as this. Tax the ultra-rich and fix tier 6. Y'all believe we can do that? Let's say it with me. Tax the ultra-rich. Tax the ultra-rich. Tax the ultra-rich. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Have a great day.
And TWU is to me. I'm from Yonkers, New York, and I know Liberty Lines is here. We care about what happens to all of you. One, thank you for being here. It's so important your voice is heard. You heard the chair of our Senate Labor Committee, Jessica Ramos. She is taking up the fight for every one of you to make sure, one, the MTA capital plan is financed, and two, we fix tier 6. We gotta fix it this year. So I am here as chair of the Senate Education Committee because I care that every kid in this state gets a high quality education. But you know what? You are paying for it. Your kids deserve it. The city of New York requires it. And the only way we make this city and state work is having the fantastic work of TWU workers.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. They handed me the mic, but I'm not going to say anything other than the fact that if you're looking for a hero, just find the mirror. Nobody's going to lead you in the way that you have led yourself to get to this point in your life. You are the greatest asset in your own life. You are all the leaders that you are seeking to find every time you search for something. Stand up for yourself in the same way that you stand up for yourself your whole lives to get whatever we're looking for. We're going to call up the top 11, starting with the top 4, and the 7 vice presidents. I'm really proud to be a transit worker. I'm really proud to stand amongst everybody here. And it's always a good opportunity to defer back to the people and take the light off of the people on the stage and give it back to the people who showed up today for themselves and for the future of their families. I just want to take this opportunity, and I'm very proud to introduce the president standing next to me. Because this president is taking a position that he, without question and undoubtedly, is establishing a standard that in every decision he makes, the members must be at the forefront of every single one of those decisions. And I think that deserves an immense round of applause. Can we have a round of applause for Mr. Chiarella? Ladies and gentlemen, as I step back from this mic, I ask that everybody here get used to locking arms and looking around this room and leaning on each other. Even in our own dysfunction, our greatness speaks magnitudes. Support our president, because when we tackle whatever issues we tackle, our strength is based on how weak our weakest link will be. I will fortify my own link, but I ask that everybody stands behind this president and give him our ultimate support, because that's what TW Local 100 is about. So ladies and gentlemen, no later, here is Mr. President John Chiarello.
First, I'm humbled and honored that I received the appointment of president, but I'm also grateful for everybody on my side, because in a union, if you don't have backup, you got nothing. When the chips were down, and you know where we were, in a bad place, I had people next to me that were able to stand up and fight. And here we are today, 1 year later in Lobby Day, and look at this room. It's incredible, absolutely incredible, the turnout. We filled the whole halls, and believe it, the politicians are watching that. So brothers and sisters, welcome to Albany. This is where the governor and state legislators control the flow of money to the TA and just about everything else that affects our lives as transit workers, union members, and New Yorkers. Before I get into political issues, I would like to say that it is my honor to stand before you today of our great union, TWU Local 100 and President. I know a lot of you really don't know me, so allow me to fill you in briefly. One thing you'll find out about me, I don't like long-winded speeches. I get to the point and then I wrap it up. No one ever complains that a speech is too short, right? So I've been a member of an officer of Local 100 for more than 20 years. I served as the division officer and chairman of line equipment signals. I was twice selected to the vice president of maintenance away, and then for 2+ years, I was the treasurer. I came up through the ranks the right way. I earned the respect of my coworkers and even the bosses at each step and on the shop floor. Then I moved up as fast and as far as the members saw fit. What this union did for me in terms of wages, benefits, and job security is what it does for all members. As president, I promise you I will do everything in my power to fight for you and your families to protect, preserve, and improve on things we already have. So here we are today in Albany to act upon a critical piece of union strategy to move the needle our way. And it's called political action. And here are a few important items on our agenda today. First, Tier 6 pension, which affects every public sector union. Workers hired statewide since April 1st, 2012, Tier 6 were put in place after the aftermath of the global financial meltdown, known as the Great Recession. The politicians know about that because they're the ones that created it. As public sector workers were squeezed into Tier 6, the TWU managed to push back and land a key victory by protecting 25-55 retirement, just like Tier 4 members. That's a round of applause right there. Tier 6 transit workers may retire at 25 years of service, 55 years of age, where many other government workers have to work to 30, 63. But there is still more work to do, and the TWU will not rest. We've advanced 3 more incentives to fix Tier 6. One that we won last year was important to recall. We changed the formula for how that calculation for final average salary. It's back to what it was in Tier 4. So that was a big victory for everybody in this room. That's Tier 4, Tier 6 equity. Now here's the important stuff. Next, we must end the overtime cap on pensionable earnings. That's the bill our good friend, Assemblywoman Stacey Pfeiffer Amato and State Senator Andrew Granados are sponsoring. Furthermore, we need to change the contribution rate to what you pay into your pension for Tier 6. Under Tier 6, the rate varies from 3 to 6%. That doesn't work. And if anybody in this room knows, you receive papers, either you owed money to your pension or you received a refund. That's because it's such a convoluted accounting practice that they can't even figure it out. So the time is right to get a fixed rate, similar to Tier 4, and we're going to fight for that. Those three initiatives are what takes to fix Tier 6, and that's our main fight in the halls of power. But if we do anything today, I'm asking every union member to visit your state senator, your state assembly member, and urge them to stand with working people of this city. Thank you. We need them to pass the bills that matter for us, that protect our future and ensure fairness for all transit workers. And on that note, I met yesterday with key legislators, including Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins and Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie. I have spoken with Senate Labor Chair Jessica Ramos and Assembly Labor Chair Harry Bronson. I believe that they're on our side, but you are all the crucial link that turns a pending bill into signed law. And here are three more issues in front of us. Amending the Taylor Law and making it legal for TWU to strike. This bill is being carried in the state Senate by Jessica Ramos. Long Island Railroad and Metro North workers can legally strike. They operate well and without undue disruption. Let's win this essential right for Local 100, the right to withhold our labor if management refuses to bargain in good faith. Another big issue, OPTO, which stands for One Person Train Operation. We want to make sure this practice doesn't expand within New York City Transit. We also want to fight to keep conductors aboard the trains. It's about safety. Now, this last one, to me, is a no-brainer. Third, the death gamble bill. Many of our brothers and sisters chose to stay on the job when they could have retired. But what happens when one of those members dies in active service and is retirement eligible? His or her spouse stands to receive a significantly reduced benefit, not a full retirement benefit. The death gamble bill fixes that. Fire, police, corrections, and other agencies have it. Transit workers should have it. So the politicians in Albany need to hear our voices loud and clear. They work for us, not the other way around. And if they don't stand with us, then comes election time, we will not stand with them. So we stand on the shoulder of giants. Mike Quill, our founding president, built this union from the ground up, leading us to our first victories. He proved that working class people could take on powerful interests and win. Those who followed built upon his legacy and turned Local 100 into a real fighting force. There is no question that we are the strongest labor union in this country. That strength comes from you, the members who show up, who fight back, who refuse to be silent. The work we do as transit workers is the lifeblood of New York City. Without us, this city is paralyzed. If the buses don't run, if the trains don't move, then millions of people who depend on every day are stranded, and the businesses that run would collapse. Our cleaners, our station agents, every single title that I represent, if they're not here, nothing moves in New York without us. The legislators need to be reminded of that fact. They must know that we are watching and that we will hold them accountable. Together, we can restore fairness to our pensions. Together, we can fight the others before us. And we may not always win every battle, but I guarantee you one thing. If we don't fight, we are guaranteed to lose. So let's fight. Let's get to work. Now I'm going to go all speech, which I always like more because this comes from the heart. Make no mistake about it, everybody in this room. There are powerful people out there who want to destroy this union. You know who they are. I'm not going to mention names because my mother taught me one thing. Don't mention names unless you're prepared to knock them out. So they are out there We are the path to the middle class. So you hear all these rumors that go around because everybody likes Facebook. Well, this is my real face. When I speak to you, it's not through any venue. So somebody said we're going to lose our pension. It's out on the internet, so it must be true. What is actually trying to happen is they're trying to undefend our pension and take a 5-year pause in pension contributions. So as I walked the halls of Albany, I told them, hell no are we doing that. I am a nicest trustee. Our nicest pension is good. If you ever want to get Tier 6 change, you can never underfund the pension because that's where the money comes from. So I am here to tell you today, Local 100 is against any underfunding of this pension, and I stand before you as your president fighting for that for you. And another sad thing, there are people that ran in elections and lost within this union. And all they do for 3 years is say how bad things are and how bad things are. But guess what? Enough of that nonsense. You have an elected team of members behind you, and listen to your elected officials. Don't listen to the nonsense on the internet. Half that stuff is a lie and the other half is political propaganda. Stick with your offices, stick with your depots, stick with your chairman, your vice president, and stick with the leadership team. Together we fight, we win. So beware of false prophets. Beware of the pretenders. Beware of these people who have no political backing. Because when I say something, it means something because I speak for all of you in this room. When somebody says something on the internet, doesn't matter. Because guess what? They're not elected. Right? So look at what your t-shirt says. The front is our founding father, Michael Quill of this union. The back says, if we don't fight, we can't win. That's a theme that I'm building up, and it's a wartime theme. Why? Because not long from now, we're going to go for a contract. Do you think they're just going to give us a contract? So my question to you today is, what are we willing to do? Say it again. So I will be your leader in this fight, for better or for worse. And I support every person in this room and everybody on this stage. So when I make the call to fight, when I say we need to rally, we do this together, arm in arm, whatever our differences are. Whatever our differences are. Because the MTA is ready. Jan Oliba is the most divisive enemy that this union has ever seen. He puts himself up, he pats you on the back for Transit Appreciation Day, and then he wants to introduce AI. He wants to bring more contractors on the property. So thank you very much, Jan Oliba. But we're a union, and we're going to fight for our work. And when I say our work, it's across all of the MTA. We have to fight for every piece of land that's ours, every title. Every fight is going to be a fight that we do together. So when you leave here, and just one public service announcement, if you had a couple of pops on the bus, you may not want to talk to the legislators. Just saying, you might start wrestling with them or whatnot. But the truth of the matter is, we come here strong, we fight, they see that. And when we vote, we make change. So please, stay around, go see the legislators, make our voices heard, and thank you. I thank every one of you for coming, because together we win, together we fight, together we get a good contract, and thank you. And one last thing that I'll say, because Alexander Kemp introduced me and to everybody here. These are the elected people. Alex Kemp came out of nowhere, right? He was just elected not too long ago. And no disrespect to anybody, because there were many, many people who were eligible for that position. Now I'll tell you this. I recognize that I have a few years on the job. I'm not dead yet, by the way, but I got a few years on the job. And the experience needs to transition to the new membership. You will not know what happened unless you know where you came from. I and our political advisor, Tony Utano, the former president. Tony, President Emeritus. Tony doesn't just come here for lobby day. He comes to lobby because when you have experience, experience matters in this job. Make no mistake about it. And I'm happy to pass along the experience because when I leave this union, and it ain't anytime soon, but when I do, I want to leave it in competent hands and that we move forward for the future of everyone, my children, your children, and the children to come. So unions are the path to the middle class and fight for everything. Now let's head out there and fight with the legislators. So thank you, everybody, and thank you for coming.